Okay, very good. Ric Flair, you have made world... Put that cigarette out.
Put that cigarette out.
Put that cigarette.
Okay. Good. Rumble 93.
Yeah, and we're coming off the big one.
We came off the best
So
one.
they go
Bill's
in
leading this.
a whole different direction here.
Bill's leading it.
They introduce a lot of new people. They play fast and loose with the rules.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess they've always done that.
Sure.
So
But this is the first. This is the first one, right?
yeah, still not full rules.
This is the first one that has
The
the main rule, which is if you
So-
win.
we get
Oh, yes.
Gorilla and Bobby on the call, and then a weird Caesar things comes out, and a guy that looks like Pete Holmes comes to the ring as Caesar.
What the fuck?
Oh, I
'Cause
skipped right past this.
they
This was
were-
awful.
This was the year that they had WrestleMania at Caesar
At
Palace.
Caesars, yeah.
Which is literally, I think, the worst WrestleMania of all time.
I just always remember two things from that show:
The Bobby thing.
the Bobby thing with him, and because it was him and Macho Man, right?
Him and Macho Man, and he comes down on a horse
On a
backwards.
camel backwards.
Right.
And then I remember that Tatanka was undefeated, and he beat Shawn Michaels because Shawn Michaels got disqualified, and he kept the IC belt. I remember that.
And also the finish of the main event,
I don't remember that.
which was real dumb.
I believe
Which
it.
I guess we could talk about. Just don't let me forget.
Okay. So the only thing that comes out of this though is they announce the winner of the Royal Rumble gets a shot at the title at WrestleMania. So this will become a regular
great.
thing. This is the first time that's there.
Yep.
So there are definitely stakes on this
Big
one too.
time
It's not the
stakes.
belt, but it's stakes. Fink does not come out to read the rules.
Bummer.
We just start with Ric Flair coming out as number one. Heenan loves this. Heenan is excellent in this whole thing because he's Bobby Heenan at his fullest. He's no longer just like praying for Ric Flair either, which he's great at, but he's just saying weird things the whole time.
He was great.
So he comes out. He's last year's winner, and so now, of course, Bobby's saying he's going to do it again. He's going back.
3's not that different from number 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we get Bob Backlund already at the ring. No music, no nothing. He's just in the ring. Like,
Oh yeah, he came quick.
and it wasn't even like they did the weird thing where he was standing in the ring. He just like marched himself out and got in.
Yeah.
Like,
What a bizarre
but
man.
this is a return. I think they said he was what, 43,
Yeah.
and so I don't know how he. I don't remember him. I don't remember him like as a not returning old guy.
Yeah.
Like
Like
his
the
run was
first run.
before my time.
I
so.
guess when I went back and rewatched everything after college, I didn't remember he won the fucking title in 1996. He won the main title.
I didn't know that
He
either.
beat Bret Hart at Survivor Series
Oh.
and I think it was throwing in the white towel. Owen threw the towel in too early or something.
This
wanna
sounds
say
familiar, but yeah, I don't know.
Owen throws the towel in and Bret loses even though he doesn't give up. And Bob Backlund wins the title. And then the next night, Diesel beats him at a house show in 1 second.
Okay, this sounds
That
familiar.
is the thing I remember about him as like an older
But
person.
like his
no clue about his
run,
7,000 day reign as champ,
Oh
right?
yeah.
yeah.
He was champ forever.
So he's back, and that's what's weird now, where you can't be an A-lister until you reach 40 in WWE.
Yeah, right.
At 43, he's like a returning guy.
He's ancient, according to Gorilla.
He gets in. He's the good guy, so he goes to shake a hand. Flair won't do it.
Flair
He's
does
too
his
cool
little
for it. Yep.
who
Yep.
hand through the hair.
And I'm
thing.
sure these guys have some kind of history,
Oh,
but I don't know
probably.
what.
Didn't your brother meet Bob Backlund?
Yeah, just picture him in a headlock from Bob
What
Backlund.
is the thing you have to do in order to get? Oh, you have to name. In order to get his autograph, you don't have to pay. You have to name all the U.S. presidents.
Really?
Oh, I could.
That's how you. That's how you get his autograph.
I can get through like 6, I think.
Nope.
That's
I get
it?
through maybe 3.
I'm surprised. I mean, 6 for
7.
me, sure.
I think
to
I can
name
do
him-
7.
I can't remember if it's in order from beginning or reverse order. I'm not sure.
George Washington,
Okay.
John Adams, Thomas Jefferson.
Are you checking this?
That's as far as I
I
go.
believe then it goes Madison, Monroe,
You should
The
be
other
checking
Adams.
this.
John Q. Adams, Andrew Jackson. Oh, because of Seinfeld, I know that 8 was Van Buren. Van Buren boys.
Hold on, give me a second.
You got to fact check this.
I am fact checking. You said
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe,
Q Adams.
Q Adams,
Yep.
Andrew Jackson,
Yep.
Marty Van Buren,
Yep.
and then I don't know.
Oh.
Chester A. Arthur.
Hart Harrison, John Tyler, who look like the same man.
That's where you get tripped up.
Polk.
John-
Oh,
Zachary
James K.
Tyler.
Polk.
Yeah.
Zachary Taylor was a general, I think.
Yep, Taylor. Then Fillmore, Millard Fillmore.
See, I wouldn't even come up with him.
Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, then Lincoln.
So Chester A. Arthur's
Can
not
you
for a
can
long
you
time.
do anybody after Lincoln? Can you get on a roll after Lincoln?
I
or-
can't pick it back up until like
Johnson, Grant,
Bush
Hayes.
won.
Bush won. You could pick it up before that.
Was Jimmy? No, it was
Reagan, Carter before that.
Carter, Reagan, Bush won.
Clinton.
Carter, Reagan,
Bush 2,
Bush 1, Clinton,
Obama,
Bush,
and Trump,
Obama,
and
Trump,
Biden.
Biden.
Yeah.
In between though,
Before
no.
that,
What about Johnson? Wasn't Johnson before Carter?
he was. It was
And Nixon was before him?
Carter, and then before him was Ford. Then before
Ford.
him
Gerald
was
Ford.
Nixon.
Yeah.
Then before him was Johnson.
Johnson
Then Kennedy,
was Kennedy.
Eisenhower, Truman, Roosevelt,
No.
Hoover, the vacuum man,
Yeah, of course. He invented the
Coolidge,
vacuum.
Harding, Wilson, and
Woodrow
then-
Wilson.
Howard Taft, the man who died in the tub, right?
Yeah, he was real fat, I think.
And then Teddy Roosevelt.
He was twice but
best.
separated, right?
It's for me. It says 1901 to 1909 for
Oh, okay.
Teddy.
So no.
Oh no, he tried to come back as the
Yeah.
Bull Moose Party and really screwed the Republican Party, I think, or maybe it was Democrats, whatever he was running as.
Hmm.
I think it was Democrats, but he
Wow.
they were like, no, we're not going to nominate you again. So he's like, I'll just start my own party, and just didn't win, but screwed everybody.
Welcome to the Old Man Podcast, where we talk about U.S. presidents and history.
Well, if you want to get Bob Backlund's autograph, you need to know these things.
Yeah, so I couldn't do it. Yeah, even the crowd's only like mildly into Bob Backlund. Like they're not that excited to see
At the
him.
beginning,
Yeah.
no.
He really was way before the golden age.
But he hits a big atomic drop. He was
Oh,
where he
yeah.
holds him up real high for a while, and then what a sell! Flair does full Flair selling. He falls on his face from getting hit in the butt.
This is the thing that it's a lost art. The atomic drop was
Oh, yeah.
so good
It was
as
a staple. It
as
was
a kid.
Yeah.
Seeing wrestlers do an atomic drop and like the funny selling, that shit is long gone and it's great.
And occasionally they turn around and they get the reverse atomic
Yeah.
drop. And,
Ooh.
devastating.
That's worse.
There's nothing
Oh, God.
better than watching the villain you hate get dropped on his nuts and bounce all around.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they should bring it back.
Oh yeah.
I feel like FTR could make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do it to
If anybody could.
the Jacksons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would sell it good.
Ooh,
That'd be
man,
good,
That
yeah.
would be great. A double atomic drop at the same
Yeah.
stereo atomic drops.
That'd be
Sure.
Fucking great.
stuff just writes itself.
Exactly.
Come on, Tony Khan, book it.
Book it, Tony. You listen to me, right?
Yeah.
You know Vince does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince listens to you. Look where it's gotten him.
Next in is Papa Shango. He's new.
What the
Brand
hell?
new character.
Weirdo of the night?
Yeah.
He
Candidate for Weirdo
yeah.
of the Night. I don't know if he's the winner, but candidate. He also has no hat.
Yeah, he's
None of
not
his
in
gear.
full form Papa Shango
He's
yet.
just a dude with his face painted like a skull, so
Yeah.
he looks kind of funny.
And because he's not fully formed yet, Ric Flair tossed him out in 28 seconds.
Yeah. Real quick.
Not
the
also,
quickest.
like Charles Wright got into way better shape as his thing went on. I mean, he was
Yeah.
not like ever a thin man, but
No, when he gets to
He is
fighting machine Kama Mustafa.
massively
Ooh, yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Here, he's not. Yeah, he's not in Kama Mustafa shape.
Yeah. So it's back to Flair and Backlund. Backlund goes over the top and he's standing on. He's not even in there. He's just still standing on the apron. And he goes, "That's good enough." He's out. And then for the first time, and I was going to count it, but I think it was the only time, he calls Gorilla a dummy at this point.
Yes. Shut up, dummy.
In comes Ted DiBiase. He's always got the early numbers.
God, he's getting screwed.
And he just kind of wrestles around. And he attacks Backlund, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Knobbs comes in. He's one of the nasties, Wally,
Yeah, you don't know which one's
the
which.
blonde
Didn't
one.
know which one was which.
And I was surprised that the Nasty Boys appear to be good guys because he gets a pop when he comes out.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
good.
I don't remember them being good guys.
They turned face at some point.
Then we get, for the first time tonight, the double noggin knocker.
Take a shot.
The double noggin knocker.
We got it. It's here.
Bob Backlund tried to go for it many a time.
He
If
sure
you
did.
watched him.
I made a note at this point that it was cool to see Backlund and Flair just, especially Backlund. Anytime he got out of whatever he was doing, he like looked around and he went right for Flair.
Yeah.
Just
He
like,
wanted a piece of Flair.
yep, the whole time. In comes Virgil, and he's still got a little pop here as a good guy.
Yeah.
Crowd's into him. I love his pants. They're so stupid.
Those striped pants.
He comes in, and right away, Brian Knobbs gets tossed by Ted DiBiase. He didn't last very long. Oh, no.
No, he jumped over,
yeah.
right?
Crossbody to no one. Eliminates
Yeah,
himself.
I like that. I like that elimination. That might be one of my favorites.
It happens a lot.
I know it
does,
does,
yeah.
but I like it.
That and the clothesline over the top rope.
Just
Where
a
they're
standard
just-
clothesline.
yeah.
Yeah, I get bored of that though.
No, like that happens a lot, is
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah.
In
didn't
comes
like it.
another new person for us. I wonder if he'll stick around. Jerry the King Lawler comes out.
Jerry
yeah.
and Jerry's gear here was
So
awesome.
goofy. I thought he looked so goofy.
He doesn't look like himself because he has so much airbrushing on his pants.
Yes, that's true.
But he was good in this too. Like even his stupid punch off the top rope that I always hate.
Yeah.
You want the pile driver? Let me give you that punch off the top rope. That move. Even that looked good.
He's young comparatively.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, obviously he's still around now, but at this point, Flair just jumps out of the ring. He just runs away.
Yep.
Not over the top like
Yeah.
Macho, but he gets out of there.
Not a macho debacle. Is that what
No.
the ghost called it?
Yeah.
The Macho Man debacle.
Out comes Max Moon, who
No idea who
Wow.
I think, Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong.
It was Conan.
That's our friend Conan.
It was Conan. I don't know if he
this was. Really?
Yeah.
continued to play him. I don't know if this
For
was.
brief, it wasn't a one-time thing.
Was this Conan here? Because Max Moon continues as somebody
No.
I
else.
think after him it continues.
This is somebody else.
Oh, is it?
Max Moon is
This is
supposed to be
Paul
Conan,
Diamond.
but eventually it's not him.
No. Yeah.
I don't know.
He
if
does take it over, doesn't he?
No, it
He does. Conan eventually takes it
Oh,
over.
I thought it started with Conan.
No, Max Moon in the fall of '92, Diamond got a new gimmick in Maximilian Moon. He wasn't originally intended to play it, but the gimmick was created for Conan, but Conan left the WWE.
So he
Okay.
never
Okay.
played Max Moon.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's Weirdo of the Night, I guess.
I
am surprised.
I don't even remember who it was.
I'm always surprised by the WWF's stupid characters because obviously we've already gotten Repo Man.
Mhm.
But Max Moon and all these guys, I always think like, oh, Max Moon and the Goon and the
Yeah.
Magician guy and all that stuff was just now in '93. But no, they're still doing debuting dumb gimmicks in '95, '96.
Oh yeah.
I think the Goon is like
I mean, they're
a
still-
later thing.
They're
It's
still
not-
doing that now.
Yeah, but like the job people.
Oh,
like
okay.
this person's a garbage man. Like Duke the Dumpster. We're still not even there yet.
And then now in 2022, there's a new Duke's Dumpster in NXT.
Well,
Tony DeFazio or whatever.
Yeah, oh, well, yeah, right. Tony D'Angelo. Whatever happened to him?
Mike
Is he on TV?
DeFazio? That's the name, right?
Yeah.
That's the.
Yeah, Mike DeFazio.
Yeah,
Right.
that's about right.
Coast.
At this point, I think Max Moon hits a drop kick. And Brain says, "Oh, that's real dangerous in a Royal Rumble." Why? Why
Leave
is
your
it-
feet.
I guess.
Somebody
can
might
catch you and
counter
throw
that.
you out.
They might counter that.
In less than 2 minutes, Max Moon is eliminated by Jerry Lawler.
Thank God.
Yes.
He looked good for just a hot second and then was gone. In comes
Genichiro Tenryu.
Thank you.
Tenru. This was
This
nuts.
Yeah, because this is like a
Look,
Japanese
Legit.
legend.
Yeah.
Forbidden Door opened here.
Yeah.
And he had no idea what to do in a Rumble. He's
No.
like, what
Nope.
the fuck am I doing in this?
This is not a New Japan Junk Rumble.
He's a New Japan champion, though, at one point, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He comes in, and he and everyone else at this point turns, like, any good guy that comes into the ring, Ric Flair.
Yep.
Heads right for Ric Flair.
They say that Tenru and Ric Flair had matches before, which I
believe it.
I believe.
Yeah. But like he spent the majority of his time in the ring just like watching other people. Just
Yeah,
like kind
It was
of
like off in the corner.
Yeah.
not
Smart
really
in the
doing
Rumble.
anything.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's got to.
That one
What he wasn't doing and he should have been doing was posing for the crowd and kind of like pumping him
Yeah.
up and building up his
Right.
signatures.
I
but-
guess this is technically a surprise, right? I guess this is a surprise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I don't believe Tenru sticks around. He just shows up for this.
As far as I know, yeah. And even though probably no one there knew it, that's a get.
That's a get.
Yeah.
International.
Out comes Mr. Perfect, and for the second time tonight, I thought he's a good guy.
Yes.
So he must have had a falling out with Flair then.
Yeah, he turned on Flair, and the next night, as we talked about before the show, but this is Flair's done. He's already
Yeah.
done.
So he also comes in and goes right for Ric Flair.
Perfect. Yeah.
The next night on Monday Night Raw. So last Rumble, we didn't have a Monday Night Raw. Now we do.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Monday Night Raw's debuted. So they say the next night on Raw,
They've got
Perfect
that
and
loser
Flair
loses
will have a
match.
loser leaves town match, which is where Flair loses and never comes back for a decade or whatever.
Yeah. So after he comes in and goes after Flair, Skinner comes out.
Skinner! He's back. He can't be a weirdo of the night because this is, his second Rumble?
Yeah. We know what to expect him now. Ric Flair is eliminated by Mr. Perfect, sets up the next night.
Yep.
And he's not mad. He walks away, but he's screaming and kicking the whole way. Huge pop, though. Crowd goes nuts when Flair gets eliminated.
Bobby seems like he's given up on Flair a little bit here, where he's like, yeah, all right, he's out, whatever. He'll win tomorrow night. It'll be fine. Like he's already moved on. He did bet again, though. Did you notice that? He said, I've got money on him again.
Oh, right. Yeah. At this point, Virgil grabs a hold of Jerry Lawler and presents him to Mr. Perfect. Is like, let's double team this bad guy. Mr. Perfect fully ignores, just walks away, and Virgil's just sitting there holding him and like lets him go.
A full ignore.
I didn't notice that.
Coco Beware comes out. I realized he's very short
Small.
Yep.
I love that he kept hiking his pants up higher
because
and
those
higher.
are so goofy.
Yeah.
His what was their tag team called?
High energy.
High Energy. Those outfits they wear are so weird.
Suspenders.
At one point, he was
Baggy
trying
pants.
He was trying to eliminate somebody by just the normal pick him up and throw him over the rope, just like what you do when you're trying to waste time.
Yeah.
And he put him down, and they hiked the suspenders or the pants back up and tried again. I was like, oh, that was what was causing your problem.
Unwieldy pants. That's why that tag team never won gold. They look real stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, Owen Hart is probably one of the cooler looking
Wait, he was
wrestlers.
in. That was.
That was Owen Hart's tag team.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because later he comes out in the overalls.
He comes out in a matching
remember-
outfit.
Yeah, like I saw him. I'm like, he looks real stupid. Why is he
Yeah.
wearing that shit?
Yeah, because that was the tag team.
Didn't realize.
Owen Hart always looked cool after this. Like, he was always wearing either Brett's gear, which I thought was funny, or the
Yeah.
Slammy gear, or the caution tape, even if you think that's kind of weird. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
The Blackheart stuff. Like, he always looked,
Yeah.
other than Blue Blazer and this, he always looked, cool. But, man, do they look stupid.
They sure do. This is a good time for Skinner to get tossed by Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
God.
Get out of there.
He skins the cat and then just gets knocked out anyways.
Yeah. There was a couple of times where people were trying to skin the cat, and it's like, oh, dude, just
Not you.
no.
Yeah.
Not
Why
you.
are you trying to do that?
Not you, Skinner. What are you doing?
Even Owen tried it, and it didn't look good.
And
No.
he could do it, but yeah, it didn't.
It's
when
those
he did it.
pants. That's the problem. It's those flowing pants. Billy, you need a pair of those.
I mean, I used to have
Wear those
Jenkos.
to work. They're not airy enough, though.
They're not. Samu comes out next. One of the
Head
head
shrinker.
shrinkers.
Yeah.
Were the head shrinkers around before this, or were they
I
like
think
kind
they're
of
new. They're new for the
They're-
Rumble, but I think still
That's
new
crazy.
in general. Yeah.
I thought they were earlier than this.
Followed shortly by the Berserker. He's back.
Oh my god!
And I realize
Get
now
rid of
that
Berserker.
our last several here, after Mr. Perfect, the run is Skinner, Coco Beware, Samu, the Berserker, and I realize we are deep into who cares. Like,
yeah, we're
we just got to
deep
fill
into
this ring
what
up.
the hell? Also, the head shrinker's manager, I forget his name, Afa.
Alpha.
Yeah.
He's dragging them out by their ear, like he's pulling them by their ear to the
And
ring.
then smacks him a couple
Yeah.
times
And
and,
then
throws
throws
him.
him in.
Enjoyed that.
Which is nice, yeah. So we get Jerry Lawler gets tossed by Mr. Perfect. He's having a good night. He gets tossed way over the top.
Yeah.
He
Big
gets
fall.
thrown,
Big
yeah.
fall.
Then Virgil gets eliminated
Pretty quick,
by the Berserker, and he gets. Oh
Sorry.
yes. So while on the screen, Jerry Lawler gets eliminated, Mr. Perfect.
Yeah.
He then tries to pull a Hulk Hogan like a bad guy and yank him out. He wants to go back and screw over Mr. Perfect.
Right.
So we have the camera on him, and it's a struggle, and they're trying to yank him out, and the referees are yelling, but they can't really stop him.
Yeah.
While this is going on, in
Koko
the
Beware
background,
and Ted DiBiase are pushing Perfect out too.
Yes,
'cause they're
from
still
the
in it.
inside.
Yeah.
while this is going on, in the background, the Berserker tosses Virgil. In typical, last year Virgil got eliminated off camera, couldn't see it. Now it's in the background as a much more important thing is happening.
Yeah. This time I did not notice Virgil get eliminated.
Yeah.
Last year I did because I was like, oh, he's going over, and then they cut away, and then they cut back to like hard cam. I was like, oh, well, he must have gotten eliminated because he's not in there anymore.
He's walking to the back.
Yeah, Berserker of all people too.
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect then, after Virgil, finally falls because he's Jerry on the outside and Koko Beware and Dibiase on the inside.
Those assholes.
Out comes the Undertaker, and
did you see Jerry's reaction? Because he was getting to the end, like to walk out as Undertaker was coming out. He just like stops and he's freaked out by the Undertaker.
Jerry can be good.
Bobby Heenan is the best. This is the second time that we've seen Undertaker in this.
Yep.
So this is very early in his career as Undertaker, and he hits the ball out of the park.
Yes.
By the time he gets to the ring, it'll be time for WrestleMania, he says.
Yeah.
He's with Paul Bear.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Right? This time he's with Paul Bear.
Yes,
Was he with
Paul
him
Bear.
last time?
I don't think so.
The first time it was with Brother Love.
Brother Love.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
nobody. Then this?
I think so. No, maybe it was.
Maybe was Paul there
He might
last
have been.
time?
Paul might have been there the second time. I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
We see Backlund and Berserker go to the outside, but they're not eliminated. They're just fighting on the outside for now. Then Samu gets eliminated early here by the Undertaker. He gets my favorite elimination, goozled out of the ring. Undertaker grabs him by the throat and just pushes him over the top rope.
The Goozle elimination.
He then turns around and Tenryu gets eliminated also by Undertaker.
Yep.
Out comes Terry Taylor. My note is
God.
Reg Terry sucks.
Reg Terry.
Wait, is this Red Rooster?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Red Rooster,
Okay.
but just as himself. As Terry
Reg
Taylor.
Terry.
I didn't.
Come on.
Reg
know who
Terry
it was.
sucks.
Okay.
He comes in 24 seconds. He comes out. Ted
This-
DiBiase tosses him.
This is the fastest elimination.
Yeah.
For
Reg
Him, and at the same time, he gets Koko Beware all as well. DiBiase gets two of them.
Oh, yes,
Wow,
yeah.
Ted looks good.
And then, after Ted looks good, right in the background, the Goozle turns into a chokeslam. He's got to move now.
He's got to move, not just a Goozle.
So there's a bunch of people on the outside, but right now it's just Undertaker actually in the ring. And El Gigante strolls out to the
Oh,
ring.
man. You mean Giant Gonzalez.
Giant Gonzalez.
Yep.
And
Yikes.
he
Describe what this man is wearing, Wally.
He is wearing. You know when your kid wants to look like Superman, so you buy him one of those costumes with the puffed up chest and like the fake
Sure.
muscles.
Yeah.
That's what he's wearing. That also has some fur on it.
A Halloween costume
He's
for
wearing
a 7-footer. With
with
fur on
fur
it.
around his hips and his
Around
shoulders.
his
So he has fur over his wang.
Yeah.
Over his Giant Gonzalez, if you will. Which I'm going to start calling my penis that. I don't know to who. I'm going to start calling it that.
Well, I think you need to dry run this on your wife and see what she thinks.
Yeah, why not? I've already got names for my balls, the King Kong Bundys. Now I've got a name for my penis, the Giant Gonzalez.
What a tag team.
The King
What
Kong
a tag
Bundys and the
team.
Giant Gonzalez need some attention.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. And we'll see what happens for me.
You're gonna lose your King Kong Bundys.
I like the El Gigante better, though. That's a name for a dick.
It's a good one.
He's got two good names for a dick.
It does.
He's got fur on him and everything. It makes perfect sense. I keep... All right, never mind. Go.
So just to be clear, the penis is not actually in the match.
No.
He just shows up.
No, he's not in the match.
Somehow, while this is going on, the Berserker gets eliminated by Undertaker. Like as he's coming to the ring, Taker throws the Berserker out. I don't even need to concentrate.
I don't need you.
My note is to Giant Gonzalez, please go slower because he's slower than Undertaker.
And I love how they build it up of like, oh my God, who is this guy? Nobody cares. Nobody knows who El Gigante is.
Nope. This is his debut in WWF too,
It's
not just
bad.
in the Rumble.
It's
This is the
rough.
first we've seen him. He comes in, they get in the stare down, Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez, and I would say it's weird, but they've set the precedent a lot here that people not in the match can interfere whenever they want.
Yeah.
Whether they're eliminated or in this case they're just not in it. Earlier in this very match, Jerry Lawler eliminated someone after he was eliminated.
Yes.
So this, I get annoyed when it happens, but all along this has been how it works since since Royal Rumble 3.
So he can't count as Weirdo of the Night because he's
mean,
not in the match.
Yeah, I guess.
He's
so they
surprise
fight.
entrant? No.
He can't be, right?
Surprises?
He's
What's
a surprise, but not a surprise entrant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
he's-
surprise though.
So that's two surprises. Tenru, who nobody cares about except for Japan.
You know. And Bob Backlund is a
And Bob
surprise.
Backlund. There's a couple surprises in here.
They fight in and out of the ring. Damien Demento, another
the hell?
weirdo of the night.
Yeah.
Is this Warlord? Who is Damien Demento?
He's just Damien Demento. I think.
There's nobody else?
I think this is his known character.
This is his, there's nothing else.
So
John
he comes out.
Reinhardt, Mondo Clean, and Mando Phil. So he's Damien Demento. That's
Yikes.
it.
He, I think, was the main. I think I read was the main event of the first Raw.
Oh my
He
god.
lost to Undertaker. in
That was
main
the
event.
best they could offer?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Undertaker beat him. So
Via Goozle.
Main
I'm
event
sure.
of the debut of Raw. Yep.
he comes in eventually because he is not getting in the ring.
Yeah,
And
he's like
he is,
afraid
like-
to get in.
Yeah, he's afraid with these two monsters or whatever, and he's just like literally standing on the outside of the ring watching.
Him and Bob Backlund are both outside, just like, we're not going in there.
Nope. No, get us away from that, El Gigante.
Next comes Erwin R. Shyster. He also takes his time, doesn't get in the ring for a couple minutes. Eventually he does. Then another new guy, Tatanka, comes out.
Sure.
Now, at this point, has Undertaker been eliminated yet?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been dragged to the...
Yeah, because as soon as he gets dragged out,
I think actually right now Tatanka's coming out is when he gets...
He gets
gets-
knocked out
yeah.
by El Gigante, and
Yeah.
then...
and then they fight to the back.
and then
Does he drag him to the back?
No,
Or do they just battle?
no, like he wraps Taker's leg around the pole a couple times,
Oh,
Yeah,
he,
oh, right.
Yeah.
And then he
and that's
leaves.
when like everybody's starting to fight in the ring again, and you just see a dead Taker in the corner.
Just sitting in the corner, yeah.
Yeah.
Until Paul Bearer comes out to lure him with the urn.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
wakes him up with the urn. Yeah.
Yep.
Out comes Sags. He kind of gets a pop too. The other
Kind of.
nasty boy.
Yeah.
Followed quickly by Typhoon. And
Yes.
we realized the natural disasters have been born.
Yep.
Yes.
And I don't even remember the quotes now. I just have Brain is handing out dummies to everyone at this point.
Everyone's a dummy.
Fatu came out, and I wrote, "Is that Rikishi?" And sure enough,
It is.
it is.
Yeah. Kishi.
And then I have a question about Bobby Heenan because he starts making fun of Tatanka. So my question is it racist to make fun of a Native American name if the guy himself is not actually Native American? But the made-up name...
Wow.
No.
No, Tatanka's Italian.
Tatanka is played by an Italian guy. But his...
He's part of the Lumbee tribe.
Whoa.
It does say citation needed, so
Yeah.
okay.
If you are
Question mark.
not Native American and you have a made-up Native American name and you make fun of that name...
Still racist.
Okay.
Still racist.
Yeah.
A lot of racist. of all
Probably.
like, all around racist. Yeah.
Probably it's WWF in the 90s.
That's true,
And
yeah.
now and forever. Then now forever. WWF's racist.
Then now forever. Immediately, Typhoon comes out, and immediately he goes for Uncle
What
Fred.
the hell is this?
He beelines for his tag team partner.
I hated this.
Yeah, made no sense.
They do some bumping guts for a couple minutes.
Yeah, they bump
Lots
guts.
of bumps.
Typhoon gets eliminated,
Big
and then they
meaty
kind of
men
have
slapping meat.
they have a stare down / like chat in the corner, and he goes and they Gorilla says like, oh, they're gonna shake hands, and Bobby Heenan says, when a man sticks his hand out to shake hands with you, shake it, but then kick him real hard if he's not looking.
Great piece of advice.
Another surprise here that the crowd doesn't care about at all. Carlos Colon comes out.
What the hell was this?
Don't know who this guy is.
That is, of course, Carlito's dad.
Oh.
Carlito and Primo's dad, who was like the Puerto Rican champion, who's like the Puerto Rican everything.
He runs still a promotion in Puerto Rico, which there was a funny when Talking Shop was in when Giles and Anderson were in WWF. They did an episode with Jericho where they were with I think Primo and Epico, and Gallows was doing a fake character called El Reptilier or something like that.
Okay.
Which was a flamboyant Latin character. And he goes, hey, Primo, give me Carlos's number. Let me call him real quick. And so he calls on the podcast. It's hilarious. He calls Carlos Colon to try to get booked in Puerto Rico. As El Reptilier. It's hilarious. And Carlos Colon's like, because first it's Primo. He's like, I got a guy. He wants to work for you. I think he'd be great. And it's Gallows as El Reptilier. And he's like, can you put my son back on? Like, we're just fucking with you.
But yeah, so he's a big deal that
He's
also
got to be
nobody
Weirdo of the
cares.
Night. Is he Weirdo of the Night, or is Max
No,
Moon Weirdo of the Night?
The problem is he's not that weird.
He's a normal dude.
Yeah, he's just.
But doesn't belong in this.
yeah.
So he comes
Mine
out.
is Damien Demento. He was.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
He
one.
fights Damien Demento. And then this is, Wally, to your point, my note is, why is Demento skinning the cat? Just be eliminated. He gets back in the ring and immediately Cologne just eliminates him anyways.
Yes. Yeah.
Shawn Michaels invented the skinning the cat, and then everyone's trying to do it, even people who don't matter.
Yeah.
Out comes Tino Santana, and oddly enough, Bobby Heenan says nice things about him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No racist. I didn't hear one Chico.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that was more, Chico was the governor there.
Tito Santana
from Jesse the Mind,
Jesse
Body,
the
and
Mind,
Soul
Body, and Soul.
Ventura.
Okay.
But also Bobby did it.
He did say some things.
He said some things.
But the one that really, whatever reason, went after him all
his
the time.
only
was
one bad part of the 92 Rumble is when he says racist things
He
about
said something
Tito.
about jalapenos or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Fatu then gets eliminated by Bob Backlund. The crowd
Yeah.
at this point cheers for him. He's still in there.
This is Bob Backlund's first elimination
Wow.
in his 40 minutes of being
He's
in
in
there
there
right
forever.
now. There was what the fuck was there? Every time that Bob's like right around this point, every time he's getting close to being eliminated, the crowd like is drawing their breath, and then when he's not, everybody starts cheering for him. So
Yeah.
he's gaining momentum.
He is
He's-
getting the
he's-
crowd on his back. So they cheer for him at this point. Rick Martel comes out.
Yep.
He goes right for Santana. They still have a feud. Earthquake in the background eliminates Erwin R. Shyster. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Earthquake's standing near him, and Shyster does a crossbody to nobody and eliminates himself.
My favorite.
Yep. Yokozuna comes out, and I remember, oh, yeah, he was huge.
Massive.
Like, they would say he was like
Massive.
800 pounds and stuff, and he wasn't, but he was like 450 or 500.
Very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he strolls out, takes his time, of course.
Who was the slowest entrant? Undertaker, El
Gonzalez.
Gigante,
El
El
Gigante.
Gigante, probably.
or
Oh, yeah.
Yoko.
El Gigante. So he comes out, and Tatanka, he tosses Tatanka. He tosses Carlos Colon. He's just cleaning house at this point. He gets a fun showdown. We get some real gut bumping, two of them.
Yeah.
Owen Hart comes out, makes his debut in the Rumble. And he looks at the two of them and just avoids the big guys. He just goes like around them.
Nope.
Smart.
Yokozuna then eliminates Earthquake.
Wow.
Crowd likes that.
Big elimination, because Earthquake's been a big fucking deal in this.
This is when I reiterate to myself as I'm watching that the high energy gear is so very silly. They're
awful.
dumb pants.
It's like Super Mario. That's what it's supposed to be, I think, right?
Is that what it is?
They look like Super Mario's, like overall
I see it.
pants,
Yeah.
right?
Repo Man comes in at 29, and then everyone that's in the ring goes after Yokozuna. Get the big guy out.
Yep.
And he fights off all of them. They can't do it, everyone. And then they're like, well, then what happens? He's going to win.
Yeah.
Right. We've now spoiled our own ending.
Yoko fights them off. Randy Savage comes out to a huge pop. He's a good guy now.
Yeah.
But we've reached the weird shirt on Randy Savage part of his career.
Sure. Right. Frilly shirt.
He comes out. Tito gets eliminated by Yokozuna. Sax gets tossed by Owen Hart
Yep.
Owen
with a
gets
nice
an
drop
elim.
kick here,
Nice.
which is dangerous in a Rumble, but he hits a drop kick.
Dangerous.
Wasn't Sags like on the apron?
Yeah,
And he was
he
like, "Oh yeah, I'm okay." And then he gets
So this is the second time he's done that, because that happened in his last Rumble, where he tossed somebody and celebrated on the apron and got drop kicked from behind.
he's a dummy. Owen Hart then, as you said earlier, he has to double pump on his skin of the cat. He goes for it, doesn't get it.
Yes.
Does it again and gets it.
The
comes
double.
all the way back down. He's like, "All right, let's try that again."
Gets in the ring and immediately gets tossed by Owen Hart or by Yokozuna.
He tossed himself. Yeah.
What was the drunk history?
Aaron Burr shoots
Aaron Burr shoots Aaron Burr. Or no, it was the other way. Oh no, Aaron Burr points the gun at Aaron Burr and you see him going.
pointing at himself. Owen Hart and Yokozuna tag team champions soon
That's
enough.
right. That's
wow.
right.
Together.
Randy Savage, though, has got to get in the action. He tosses Repo Man.
It's sad to me that Repo Man is a regular now, because he was weirdo last time.
Yep.
But now he's regular.
Bob Backlund gets a second elimination, tosses Rick Martel.
Yep.
Crowd cheers us again. They're happy for him.
Rick, come on.
So they're
He's
down,
now in the final four.
Yeah, they're down to who was the 28th?
Backlund, Yoko,
Oh, yeah.
Savage, and
Savage.
No, that's
was it Martel? Martel was
Martel
yeah.
was
So Backlund's made it to the final three.
and Martel was the final four. Okay, yeah.
But Backlund then does get tossed by Yokozuna.
Yeah.
1 hour, 1 minute, and 10 seconds sets the new
nice
record.
performance.
He has broken Ric Flair's record.
Won people over.
We get a Backlund, you dummy, because I forget what he did. He like
I think he went after Yokozuna.
yeah.
You never do that.
By himself? Come on now.
We get a valiant effort from Randy Savage. He's fighting, he's sticking and moving. He's going up to the top and dropping his
He's-
single axe handles.
Yeah, he's staggering Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Gets him down to one knee,
Yeah.
and then he gets crushed. Absolutely crushed.
Yeah.
Fights his way back, gets him down, goes up to the top and hits the elbow drop.
Yep.
It's his finishing move.
And then he goes for a pin.
Is Randy Savage the dumbest competitor of all time in Royal Rumbles?
In Rumbles.
In Rumbles?
only.
Yes.
He
Yep.
eliminated himself one year, and then he
went for a
goes for a
pin.
pin.
He's on the list.
I'm pretty sure this is not his first time going for a pin in a Rumble as well.
I believe that's
Pretty
correct.
sure we've
I
seen
think
him
he
go
did
for a
it-
pin before.
I think he did it
In this
before,
case,
yeah.
what a kick out. Yokozuna just throws him over from his back. He bench presses him over the top rope into the floor. And so the Hawaiian Japanese guy, Yokozuna,
Not Japanese guy.
wins. And
This
sets
is-
up, he gets a shot at Bret Hart at WrestleMania.
I do
now.
think so many things have changed between 92. The golden era is dead,
Yes.
or on its last legs. And we're really into the new generation now, because Brett went from opening good show guy to he's champion
The
now,
champ, yeah.
all of a sudden.
Did Owen get hurt from this? Because when he went out, he looked like he landed on his
He
knee
did
badly.
get. I think he got hurt, but not injured. Like I don't think it turned into an issue, but he definitely landed on his knee weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think even Gorilla goes, "Oh God, he's hurt" or something like
Yeah.
that.
Because he went out.
So this is the Rumble that you didn't remember. You got
I did not
single
remember that Yokozuna
winner.
won a Royal
You
Rumble.
had forgotten Yoko won a Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So this is an important one. But are we ready to rubric it?
We are, because this was weird.
It was so weird.
We'll see how these things turn out. Quality of entrance,
I give it a 3.
it was good, but not. Yeah, it wasn't great. There's a lot of weirdos.
There is a long dead period there.
But then
There's no Hulk Hogan.
Nope. But there were
no Jake the Snake.
Right.
No Andre for the first time. Right?
No, Andre's only been in a couple.
This would have been no Jake the Snake for the first time.
No Jake
Yeah,
the Snake for
Andre's-
the second time. Was he not in the last one?
No, the last one was the one where all of a sudden he was a bad guy.
Oh, okay. So this is the first one with no Jake the Snake.
Yep.
Andre wasn't in it. Hogan wasn't in it.
No Brett, but that was because he was
Brett
champ.
wasn't in it. Yeah. There's a lot of
But
missing
then they
pieces.
had Tenryu and Backlund. Flair was in
Yeah.
it again.
Right. Flair
I think
was there.
3 feels right.
Maybe a 2. If you look at the list, if you go down and look at
It's
the list,
rough when
of
you look at
entrants.
all
Yeah.
of like there.
You're
We
like,
get
oh.
Max
Skinner,
Moon,
Dr. Demento,
Skinner, Damien Demento.
Damien Demento.
All three of them.
Berserker,
Two is the
Terry
answer.
Taylor.
Sucks.
Yeah, I think this is a 2.
Terry
actually.
Taylor sucks.
I'm okay with going down to a 2.
Okay,
actually.
2.
All right, 2.
Surprise entrance. This is pretty good. We've had 2 every time.
Yeah,
There are surprises.
I would say it's up one
A
tick.
3.
so a 3.
Up to a 3. It's not good surprises, but they're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good surprises if you're a hardcore wrestling fan who trades tapes.
Yeah, like Tenru is fun.
Tenryu
And
and
Carlos
then
Carlos
Colon.
Colon is fun.
Yeah.
But also,
Giant Il Gigante
he's
Gonzalez
all surprise.
is
He's
a surprise.
Yep.
He's not even in the match.
No. So 3, which
Yeah,
does
sure.
make it our highest scoring surprise entrance yet.
Okay.
The winner. I mean, he's impressive. He's a
Um,
large guy, but he's not.
Does he go on to beat Brett? I don't remember. Like,
Pretty sure he does.
Okay.
What was the weird ending? At WrestleMania?
He beats Brett at WrestleMania by throwing the sand in his face, I think.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Hulk Hogan comes out.
Salt. It was a salt. But
Oh.
Right. He throws salt in, I think, Brett's face, beats Brett, and then immediately Hulk Hogan comes out, challenges him to a match, and beats Yokozuna and wins the title.
that same night?
The same, all in the same minute. He comes out and wins the title. It's like,
All right,
here
well-
I come. I'm going to right the wrong of this.
Number
Winner.
it's At
Hogan
best
wins.
a 3 then, because like,
I mean, Yokozuna was always a top guy because he was so big.
yeah,
But I
but
think
It's
the way they misused
I would
it
say
later.
one of the biggest issues is you've seen every Royal Rumble. This is the second time you're going to see them all,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or maybe more. You've probably seen
Some
this
of
one
them
before, more than twice, and you did not remember Yokozuna won a Royal
That's
Rumble.
true.
So that has to count against him,
All
right?
Yeah.
He's the only one you forgot.
so 2 or a 3 we giving this guy.
I mean, we gave Big John Studd a 3.
I would say a 3.
3 sounds right then. Yeah.
Give him a 3.
Crowd reaction not great this whole time.
There was
No.
a long dead period.
Yeah.
It's definitely not as hot as the last 3. That's for sure.
We've gone 4-3-3, 4-4. This is, I would say, a best of 3.
At best, a 3. Maybe give it a 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine with me.
Length again. This is up to you guys because it was very long for me.
Yeah.
Stopping to take notes and stuff, and also I felt like it did drag at some dead points.
Definitely
but-
dragged.
I'll give it a 4 then, because for me, like, it didn't. It was what?
It was
like-
definitely not a 5. Not a perfect
No, it wasn't a
score.
5.
No.
It was
It's
an
a little
hour
bit
and
long.
6 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
So it's not that bad.
No.
So maybe a 4 is fine.
I'll give it. Yeah.
Okay. And then the stakes are not the 5 of last week, but 4, right? Shout
4.
out the title.
Yeah, shot at the title's got to be a 4.
Okay.
Sure. Okay.
Because
so
if it's not, if the title's a 5,
yeah, it's got
a shot at the title's got to be a 4, because that's the next best thing.
So
Okay.
this just scored a 19, which ties it for second with Royal Rumble 3, Hogan's first
Wow,
one,
that's
Yep.
surprising.
but well off the pace of our.
Yeah.
It's surprising that it's second because it wasn't that great.
Well, some of the other ones were just weird and
Some of
didn't-
these ones that are going to have surprises are going to sneak up a little bit here because the other ones were just generic, standard, and no stakes. That's
Right.
the other thing. It's a couple flaws in the rubric, maybe, that are going to cause some of these lesser ones to pop up a little bit. All right.
So we had obviously Bob Backlund as longest in with an hour, a minute, and 10 seconds. Shortest in was Terry Taylor with 24 seconds. Most eliminations was Yokozuna at 7. The winner's number was, for the second time, 27.
That becomes a thing. This is where it's like, 27's where you win from.
Yep. The last entrant was Savage, and the first was Flair.
Okay, and Flair's gone, so
Yep.
no more Flairs and Rumbles. And no more Bobby Heenan in Rumbles, right? Because he's gone.
Is he?
Really?
After this, I think he gets kicked off Raw, right? And he can't get in. He gets
I feel like we
replaced
might get.
on the announce team.
I don't know if we get.
He's in WCW, I think, in '94.
Is this where we transition? Yeah, I think we get Macho on the call and stuff now for a little while.
It's definitely Macho. I think.
And then I think we go back
Macho's
to.
calling Raws.
Yeah, right. He's on the announce team.
And he's on the announce team at Mania because I remember his entrance with Bobby
Right.
Heenan.
So I think Bobby's gone
I think he might
after
be
this
right,
one.
yeah.
So no more Bobby's on Rumbles, but which is sad because this is another great job by him.
Phenomenal. He's the best part of this Rumble.
He is. All right, that was Put That Cigarette Out.